Despite the controversy that is trailing his emergence as the Senate President of the 8th Senate, Bukola Saraki has continued to discharge his duty in line with the demand of his office. He told French ambassador to Nigeria that the crisis will not affect the relationship between the executive and the legislature. Nigerian Senate President Bukola Saraki has said that the lingering leadership crisis in the National Assembly will not disrupt the course of the governance. Senate President gave the assurance while paying oath to the France ambassador to Nigeria, Dennis Giver, in his office in Abuja. Saraki explained that the tussle will not affect executive and legislative relationship.
As election also means that we must make sure we don't lose this opportunity. And on our own part, we are committed. Yes, you must have observed some of the events of the last few days. And sometimes, as you all know, I'm sure when we go through elections, so these sort of things do tend to happen. But gradually, as you can see, we are settling down, and that will very be a thing of the past. I don't think in any way, I can assure you, will affect the collaboration or cooperation between the National Assembly and the executive. Issues that will come before us will be treated with dispatch and the alacrity that is required, because Nigerians don't want to bottleneck in administrative issues now. People want to see things being done, and we are a responsible arm of government, and we will do that to ensure that whatever is in the interest of government.
The Senate President used the opportunity to call for the continued collaboration between France and Nigeria.
But I think the support we need the support to continue regards intelligence and also regards military support in not only the immediate issues, but also the military reform in long-term and training and knowledge. I think at the moment we have some short-term approaches, but I believe there should be some medium to long-term looking at how do we strengthen the military on the long term.
Earlier, France ambassador Dennis Giver said the plans are underway to boost the existing economic partnership between Nigeria and France.
I, of course, was very pleased to meet the President of the Senate because, he has to play an important role in the present situation in the country. And I asked him, of course, how he saw the future and the future collaboration between the Parliament and the Executive. And, he told me that the objectives of the Parliament and the Legislature are the same. I mean, to tackle the problems of the country, to adopt the appropriate legislation. So I'm quite hopeful that it will develop positively. I mean, our interest, of course, is that the situation in Nigeria develops positively and that the challenges of the country are really faced.
The caucus of APC senators in the Senate has kickstarted reconciliation move in order to win back their aggrieved senators. From National Assembly Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting. The Senate Ad Hoc Committee on the Legislative's agenda for the 8th Senate section has begun framework that will guide the Senate in the formation of its business direction. Chairman of the Senate Ad Hoc Committee, who also doubled as Senate leader, Ali Ndume, said a Senate will come up with a robust agenda for Nigerians.
This is the second meeting. We had an inaugural meeting on the same day that we were inaugurated. And as you are aware, we have just 1 week to complete this assignment, and that is why we decided to hit the ground running immediately in order to achieve this work within the stated time frame. The details of the legislative agenda will come up when we finish the job. What we try to do in this meeting is to bring out ideas that will form the core part of the legislative agenda, which we intend to present to Nigerians, so that for the first time, I think this is the first time that the Senate, up initio, will tell Nigerians or will make public what the 8th Senate intends to do.
The 18-man Senate Adult Committee was set up to draw agenda for the Senate for the next 4 years. In Abuja, Muyo Bamdele reporting.
With the recent directive by President Muhammadu Buhari that soldiers should dismantle all military roadblocks nationwide, the Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arase, has said that the police is well positioned to handle the challenges of policing the nation's highways. IGP Solomon Arase stated this during an interactive session with command commissioners in Abuja on how best to manage the recent developments in the force and also to get feedback on the level of compliance with directives so far.
I can assure you that the withdrawal of the men should not create any fear in the minds of Nigerians. We've done it before. We are going to do it again. And that is why we are calling this meeting, to ensure that, we have about 555 vehicles on the highways, nationwide. Each state has about 15 vehicles to man the safer highways. We should be able to do with what we have now to ensure that we're able to secure the space. I told you that also constitutionally, other security agencies, the SSS, the military, they have constitutional responsibility to also complement the efforts of the Nigerian police force. Asking us to take over the responsibility of the roadblocks, which originally was supposed to be our tough, will not create any vacuum. The Constitution, as I told you, MACP and military assistant to civil power and civil authority is there to ensure that whenever we have serious issues, we can also still call on the military to come and assist. So they are leaving the highway does not mean that the issues of collaboration is not going to be there.
On his part, the Force Public Relations Officer CP Emmanuel Ojukwu said that there is no cause for alarm as the police is well able to secure the land space.
We've been policing this nation since 1930 when we became Nigerian police. And we've been working very hard and we've been achieving successes along the roads, within cities, in the hinterland, in urban areas. The police have been making significant successes in preventing crime and in apprehending offenders. We keep doing that over the years, and we have honed our skills appropriately. We are not failing in that regard. Having military checkpoints along the road was a phenomenon that arose during insurgency. Insurgency is dead, it's down, it's almost out. And so the normal thing is for police to resume her normal duty on the roads. What the law allows is that the military should come in to restore order, after which police takes over. It's a normal thing you expect in a democracy, and the police, we have been on that tough for many years. We've mastered the game already.
On having enough manpower to execute the task, the first PRO said security should be everyone's concern.
Every Nigerian is a policeman. There's no way you're going to have 170 million policemen to police 170 Nigerians. So 170 million Nigerians. So every Nigerian should be security conscious and do what is needful. Give information to law enforcement agencies. There's no country in the world where everywhere is lined by police. No. There has to be synergy, harmonious relationship, give and take. It's not a one-way traffic. It has to be symbiotic. Both the police and the public must work hand in hand so that together we solve our common problem. Internal security is not police problem, it is our common problem. And because it's our common problem, the solution has to be solved, it has to be given by all of us. Everybody should be a policeman, everybody should be security conscious, everybody should play his role as required of him or her by the law, and together we make our place safe and secure.
Nigerians are, however, skeptical about the development. From Abuja, I am Festus Ejiroge Nefifen for Ben Television.
Mike.
Babe, it's been over 12 hours. Are you done thinking about it? Is he yes?
Convince me.
I know how much confidence style mean to you. Let me take you somewhere.
What's that?
A superior leading international hospitality chain in the heart of Africa.
And?
They offer very distinct services. Their meeting halls and all their hotels offer conference solutions that can help plan a perfect function for any occasion. They feature outdoor catering and provide services for any size event.
Keep going. You got me thinking now.
The beauty, the decor, and the views. It's the hotel experience you always dreamed of. They have up-to-date entertainment and a variety served at the fast food restaurant and snack bar. Oh, and don't even get me started on the garden bar or the nightclub. You would have everything you need within your reach without having to go out.
Wow. So what if I want to...
Cook? They got you, babe. The rooms are thoughtfully furnished with facilities that aid proper cooking, just like you would at home.
Where is this place?
And it's sweets.
Wow.
So, will you marry me?
Yes. How can I refuse?
Not Sweets, a colorful affair.
In its continued efforts to ensure that the Nigerian police force takes its pride of place as the lead agency in internal security and in the spirit of the ongoing reforms in the force, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Solomon Arase, has charged all command public relations officers to be proactive and adopt the option of social policing as one of the ways to relate better with the public. IGP Solomon Arase, who gave this charge while declaring open a 2-day workshop for all command PROs in Abuja, said that the workshop is intended to bring all PROs to speed on modern policing techniques through effective communication.
There is a social content to policing, and I will expect that as public relations officer, maybe once a month, you should be able to reach out to the journalists in your location. You must be able to connect with the community. There is no police force in the world that can perform or carry out its mandates without connecting with the community. So I expect that this workshop will be able to tell you about those fine details about how you'll be able to connect with your community.
IGP Arase used the medium to advise the PROs to see criticism as a push to do more, while charging them to see it as a feedback mechanism to also sit up.
Criticisms are good for you. They make you to take a look at yourself and aspire for higher standards. So whenever our brothers in the fourth, realm, the journalists, once they criticize you, it's not that they hate you. They want you to take a look at yourself and see how you can better your performances.
In a related development, the IGP, in fulfillment of his promise to reward hard work in the force, gave the IGP commendation letter to 2 outstanding public relations officers, DSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi of Ogun State Command and DSP Ebere, PRO Enugu State Command. From Abuja, I am Festus Ejiroge Nefifen for Ben Television.
Abuja taxi operators took to the streets of the Federal Capital Territory over what they allege as maltreatment of their members by the Special Task Force team set up by the Federal Capital Territory Administration. The drivers, who alleged that the task force team had caused the death of a pregnant woman during one of the operations in Abuja, called on the federal government to review their activities or ban them from operating.
That's all those guys that they will never wear uniform. I swear to Almighty God, they will not wear uniform. They will drop them about 1 kilometer to where the drivers park. They have to reach, they will be coming like a passenger and enter to your vehicle. Once you want to attempt to move, they say you are under arrest.
Task force is killing us every day. This afternoon here, for area 1, they stop one of my brother. They stop her, they just race her like this, say they are going to area 1. The next thing they enter motor, they started breaking the glass.
Like a 2 days now, for beggar, you push him out to 1 month. Before that woman don't die now. Today, typhus show leak, typhus enter area 1 today. Immediately reach area 1 junction, Any motor do line for that place, e start at the starter, dey break glass. After e break the glass finish, e start dey beat driver.
The Public Relations Officer, Directorate of Road Traffic Services, Iloduba Jr., when contacted in his office, said the work of the task force is to ensure free flow of traffic. He accused the drivers of constituting nuisance on the road.
Let me tell you one thing you people don't know. Anywhere in the world where a task force is operating, it simply means that every available alternative has been exhausted. Whether it is United States task force on narcotics, or whether it is British task force on the human trafficking, the key word in that place is what? Force. They operate with force. The propelling power is what? Force. Their mode of operation is what? Forceful. We can have a city, a model city like FCT, where there is no task force. Anywhere you say task force, it simply means that the people involved in that issue, they are recalcitrant. They don't want to change.
Illegal operation, which that is the problem that we are having now. You can't identify the real task force now, except if we are on patrol, because people surrounding the town are now disguising themselves to go out arresting vehicle, collecting money, extorting money in the name of task force.
He also noted that the taxi drivers always endanger the lives of road users in the process of escaping arrest. From Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports.